Welcome, everyone, to our Prestige Planet webinar series. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. At Caribe Hilton, we work to create an irreplaceable atmosphere at our conferences. By filling the room with business associates, conference attendees, and potential clients, our paradisiac landscape is the perfect backdrop to network, mingle, and connect with ease. With access to over 65,000 square feet of versatile meeting space and the ability to hold over 3,000 guests, our venues are the largest option on the San Juan coastline. Mix business with pleasure, and together let's plan conference which is not just effective but also beautiful. My name is Sheldon Garcia, and I am an industry relations manager here at Prestige Global Meeting Source. At Prestige, our goal is simple: it's helping you make your events the best they can possibly be. Our services include site selection, including contract management, event services, conference management support, destination expertise, and cruise services. We advocate for our clients and in the process find mutually beneficial connections with our suppliers. We will do the research so you can focus on the bigger picture. Contact us today to learn more about how Prestige can make your next event a success. A few housekeeping notes: this webinar will be recorded, so please be sure to mute your computer throughout the presentation. We will be using the chat window for questions, the answers for which will be provided at the conclusion of the presentation. So welcome, Claudia. We are so happy to
Hi.
have you this morning with us, and I'm going to turn it over to you.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. I hope you are all having a wonderful day back from holiday and happy that tomorrow's Friday. So it's going to be a kind of short week. I'm live here from Puerto Rico. I'm actually on property. I'm going to be sharing with you a presentation that we put together to showcase not only our property, but the Hilton brand and what the Caribe Hilton stands for, not only in Puerto Rico, but for Hilton itself. Just to get you started, we are celebrating our 75th anniversary this year, which is very exciting. We are the first Hilton outside of the continental US. So Hilton has a very sweet spot in their hearts for us. We've been part of their family for over 75 years. I'm going to start with our presentation, go over a lot of our meeting spaces, our amenities for our hotel, and a couple of videos to give you guys a pretty good view of what you can expect and you can offer your groups when thinking about Puerto Rico. All right, so I'm going to get started. Here, one of the things that I think is very important when you're thinking about meeting planning, of course, is the logistics of getting people to a destination. For us, it's very important for you to know that no passports are required as we are part of the United States. We are a territory. We are a commonwealth, not a state. Important for you to know that all Puerto Rico natives are U.S. citizens. So we're about 4 hours away from all the major cities. We have two big airplane hubs here in our airport, which is only 15 minutes away from our property, 7 miles exactly. And we have all the major airlines, American, United, and a big JetBlue hub and Frontier hub. So we have everything from a more economical standpoint of air travel, but also our classic big airlines. Currency, again, is US dollars. So that's something that when you're thinking about bringing a group to the Caribbean, you don't have to think about having that be a challenge. Also, all of the major cell phone carriers work in Puerto Rico, so no need for roaming costs or any of that. That I know that sometimes is a challenge also for groups. We do, as a Hilton property, we do have the Hilton Honors and Benefits offer. I will be sharing with you, if you haven't received it already, Prestige has a particular offer that was created this past month that has a bunch of little extras in there for you for booking business with us. Our hotel is located on the peninsula in Old San Juan. Those that are not familiar with the island, Old San Juan is actually a little island attached to Puerto Rico, and we're on that peninsula. That gives us an amazing vantage point when it comes to the views from our rooms. Our rooms are basically, all of them are ocean view, water views, and on our highest tower, which is the Wave Tower, we're on the 20th floor, you can see the whole Bay of San Juan, including the forts. We have over 65,000 square feet of meeting space. So we have a lot of versatility when it comes to our event space. Most of our ballrooms have views, so they're not enclosed, which makes it very a big attractive when it comes to our meetings. Going to the next slide, I'm going to present a little video. This is our 75th anniversary video. It was just made. We are celebrating our 75th anniversary this coming December. And not only are we celebrating the 75th anniversary of the Caribe Hilton, but also the 70th anniversary of the Piña Colada. We are the home birthplace of it. We get the bragging rights. We have two different proclamations from two different governors saying that it was in fact us. So you're welcome. I know everybody enjoys it. So please enjoy this little video that we put together. Everybody can see it, right?
In a world where time rushes by like waves crashing upon the shore, there exists a place where memories...
Oops, sorry about that. Here we go. I'm so sorry.
Make sure you're sharing with the sound.
Can you not hear it?
Not this time. We could before.
Okay, let me see again. I'm so sorry about that.
We can hear it.
Can you hear it now? Okay, hold on. Let me do this again. I'm sorry, guys. Share sound. Can you hear it now?
In a world
Yes.
where
Yep.
time rushes
Perfect.
Might want to
like
turn it up
waves
a little.
crashing upon the
Sure.
shore, there exists a place where memories linger, where moments become...
Thing is, once you touch the screen, everything starts over. Is that better?
In a
That's
world
better.
where time rushes by like waves crashing upon the shore, there exists a place where memories linger, where moments become treasures, and where hospitality has a heartbeat. For 75 years, the Caribe Hilton has been more than just a resort. It's been a sanctuary of serenity, a haven of happiness, and a beacon of hope.
Del 7 de octubre al 3 de noviembre en el Club Caribe del Hotel Caribe Hilton.
Yo soy María Guzmán, pertenezco al departamento de banquete. Me encanta pertenecer al Hotel Caribe Hilton, somos una gran familia.
Estoy aquí celebrando los 75 años de hospitalidad en el Caribe Hilton con mucha honra y con mucho orgullo.
Entre las cosas que a mí me encanta de trabajar en la industria básicamente es conocer diferentes personas de diferentes etnicidades y culturas para un bien común, expandir lo que viene siendo el sentimiento de pertenencia y la experiencia de los huéspedes, celebrando 75 años desde 1949 al 2024.
From the laughter of children playing in the sand to the whispered promises of love exchanged under the Caribbean sky, each passing year has woven a tapestry of tales that have become part of the fabric of this place. As we celebrate 75 years of hospitality, we honor not just the milestones, but the countless stories of joy, friendship, and resilience that have filled this unique tropical oasis. Here's to the past, the present, and the future of Caribe Hilton. May it continue to be a place where hearts find solace, smiles find company, and memories find eternity.
Celebrating 75 years of Hilton hospitality at Puerto Rico's ever iconic, forever memorable Caribe Hilton.
So that is that we just shot that a couple months ago, and it is our celebration of our 75 years. So I'm going to get into a little bit more deep of what the logistics are in our property. We have 3 towers. We have the beach wing, the wave wing, and the garden wing. The beach wing is the original the original wing that was built in 1949. After that, the garden wing was created. It's called the garden wing because it is in front of our tropical gardens that looks out into the ocean. And then we have the newest wing, which is the wave wing. This is a 20-foot story wing. This houses our presidential suite, our governor's suite, our honeymoon suites. These are all duplex suites, meaning that they have 2 stories. Either they have 2 bedrooms or they have a loft style, which is 1 bedroom with that outlooks into the living space. If you notice on your far right-hand corner of this picture, you can see a fort. That's the San Jerónimo Fort. That fort is actually on property. That fort was built over 500 years ago by the Spaniards. It was the first fort ever built by the Spaniards in the Caribbean. It is on property. It is managed by the Puerto Rico Cultural Institute. And the only hotel that can actually have events on this historic site is us, because of the logistics that it takes to move things in and out of there. Unlike the other forts in Puerto Rico that are managed by the Natural Park System, this one is actually owned and operated by the Puerto Rico government. So I think it's a really cool piece of history that not a lot of other places in the world get to say that they have on property. Here we have, I wanted to show a little bit of what the views are from all three towers. You'll see that in the garden wing, the beach wing, and the wave wing, they all have water views. This is, again, because of the logistics of our property, us being on a peninsula. It's very easy for all the rooms to have these views. In regards to the layout of the rooms, the difference between the beach tower, the wing, and the garden, even though they were built at different times, is no more than 6 to 7 feet square footage that affects the layout. And you can pretty much feel it more in the balcony section because of the way that the construction was being done in, over 75 years ago versus 40 years ago. Here we have also our presidential suite. As you can see, it has a full living space on the bottom. And then the second story is where you would have the 2 rooms. We have a total of 652 rooms, 38 guest suites, more than 200 double bedrooms, and all the rooms have private balconies, right? So here I put a list together of the different highlights that we have on property. One thing that's really fun for us is that we're not only a hotel, we also have club memberships here on property that have been members of the Caribe Hilton for over 40 years. One of the biggest things that highlights that for them is the tennis courts. The tennis courts are actually named after Monica Puig. She's the first and only Olympic gold medalist for Puerto Rico. She won a couple years back, and she actually trained on property, got married here on property, and she grew up coming here. So it was only fitting that these would be named after her. It's a wonderful mix of having your locals enjoy our hotel, but also share it with the rest of the world. We have 10 different dining options. Caribar was actually the bar where the piña colada was created over 70 years ago. Nectar, which is our breakfast restaurant. We have Starbucks. The Starbucks that we have in our lobby actually is the first Starbucks ever to be a Starbucks on the beach. So again, something we get to brag about, and they do as well. We also have Morton's. Morton Steakhouse has been on property for over 20 years. They're also the first Morton's ever to be on the beach. So for a steakhouse that prides itself in being very dark and very masculine, for us, it's very tropical. It sits really on the beach, and it's just an absolute joy to have them on property. Okay, we also have, this is the offer that we prepared for our prestige planners. I think it works really well. We really took advantage of the RFPs that we have been receiving from all of you, and we really appreciate that. And some of the concessions that we're constantly we are requested of us. So we came up with this idea of you guys can pick your perks to make it work for your different clients. So that sort of thing really, I think, will set us apart from just having a cookie cutter type, blank statement type of offer. So this is something that I was able to go to Chicago in May, and we presented it with little gifts for the meeting pledgers that attended the one night with Prestige, which was fabulous. And but we don't want to keep it just for them. We want to share it for everybody. So this is one of the things that we're really working on, and hoping that we're able to get a little bit more bite for all of you to show business our way. So I'm going to showcase a little bit now what our meeting space looks like. Let me just hit play here. Let me know if you guys can hear it. You can hear it, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. One thing I did want to point out is that our meeting spaces are spread out through the property. Obviously, this comes with the hotel having 3 towers and being built at different times. But the way that we have it accommodated, you're not walking from one meeting space to the other for no more than 5 minutes. So even though we're a large resort style property, we are very linear. We're not horizontal, meaning that everything is pretty much back to each other. So you can go from the beach wing, which is the closest to the ocean, to the wave wing, and you walk no more than 4 minutes. And the meeting spaces is basically shifted in between all 3 towers. So depending on the needs of your group, we can have everybody in one tower to be closer to your meeting space, but that really doesn't make a big difference because we're so close. Okay. So again, our little fort there, the St. Geronimo Fort, and that's our view from all 3 of our towers. So when we mean ocean views, we really do mean ocean views. And that's it for me, guys. Do you guys have any questions or anything? Or Sheldon, if you want to.
Well, if anyone has any questions.
Oh, Karen, hi. I saw your text there. That's so cute. Yeah, it was fun meeting you. The last renovation was after Hurricane Maria in 2017. We were closed for 18 months because of the devastation that it had not only on our property but in Puerto Rico. So we reopened in 2019, and we all know what happened in March of 2020. So we were closed again for over a year and a half. So our property, even though it was renovated over 5 years, the usage of the property has been very limited to after 2021. And it was a full remodel. So it helped us because again, all 3 towers are built at different times. When the remodel came into place, every single room of every single tower got renovated, and they're all exactly the same, meaning that they have the same furnishings, the same amenities, the same carpeting, the same art on the wall. So when you're thinking of a group having 3 different towers, the product is all the same across the board. So that really, it helped us. I mean, it helped us as much as a hurricane can help a hotel, but it definitely made it better for us. We have treatment rooms in the spa. We have over 13 treatment rooms, including a full salon with hair and makeup and 4 pedicure stations. Let's see. Our property is pet friendly. Obviously, there is a fee involved when you're registered with a pet, but absolutely we are. The nearest golf course for us, we have several options. Either you're going into Dorado, that's about a 45-minute towards the northeastern part of the island, or if you're going to the Trump Golf Course or the PGA golf courses out in Fajardo or Rio Grande, those are also about 45 minutes in the other direction, more towards the east side of it. We do not have we have specific rooms that are for pets, but not specific floors. So we usually try to keep our pets in the garden wing. The only reason for that is because that wing only has tile flooring and has no carpeting.
I also see here that someone asked if you can do all-inclusive program for groups.
No, we don't. We do not. Puerto Rico being, like I mentioned at the beginning, us being a U.S. territory, and us being an island, you can only imagine that the cost of everything here on the island is pretty elevated. So there are no all-inclusive properties in Puerto Rico.
In any adult areas?
I'm sorry?
Adult-only areas? Any
Yes.
adult-only areas?
Yes, we do actually. The swim up bar in our main pool is adults only. We don't want kids splashing around in anybody's drinks, so they have their pool area on the side.
I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, Claudia, for
Of
joining and
course.
explaining everything to us and everyone for joining too.
Perfect. I actually wanted to thank everybody for joining. I know that Puerto Rico, for a lot of people, they're very curious about it. Our history is amazingly rich. We have a lot of important figures that have come out of Puerto Rico, and we wanted to be able to give away a weekend on property. So we'd like to, we're going to do basically a raffle once we get everybody's names and everything from Sheldon. We're gonna please be on the lookout for your emails, not only for the prestige offer. If you don't have it, I will be sending that out, but also we will announce our giveaway for a free weekend, 2 nights, 3-day stay here on property that you can redeem with us. And if you have any needs at all of having to come to property for sites or anything like that, please reach out. But please be on the lookout for email. We might be seeing you in person sooner rather than later. So we're looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Claudia.
everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.